Hello, movie fans. We're the Hills Maniacs, and in today's video, we are going to be predicting who we think will win the epic, cataclysmic battle between cinema's biggest monsters, Kong and Godzilla. Because later this week, as you know, Godzilla vs. Kong comes out in theaters, so we decided let's see who we think will win in that movie, who's coming away with the W, and who's coming away with the big sad. I guess we'll start with Todd. Who do you think is Godzilla or Kong winning in that movie?
Even though my name is Todzilla, I think that I would like Kong to win because monkey.
Monkey.
But if I'm gonna be realistic, it's probably Godzilla's probably gonna win if they go with the winning strat. Like if they go with one of them wins, one of them doesn't. But I would like Kong to win, so I'm going to justify how Kong might win in this.
Alright, even though I have King Kong right here, King Kong ain't got nothing on me, because I'm picking Godzilla to win. It's Godzilla. You can't really bet against him. So,
Yeah, I mean,
hey, Ping Pong, who you got? Let's go.
Well, one's a giant lizard that shoots fire, or lizard dragon thing that shoots fire out of his body, and then the other is a gorilla. So I don't think it's that big of a matchup there. But I think it's going to be one of those movies where they end up teaming up instead of killing each other by the end.
Yes.
So I don't think either of them is going to win because neither of them is going to end up dead from each other. They're just going to be in a tag team match by the end of the movie.
But Steven,
some bigger.
But Steven, listen up.
Thing.
Who is going to win?
If you had to pick one or the other, if this doesn't end up being a team-up movie, and you had to pick either Kong or Godzilla,
who's gonna win? All the audience
who's gonna win?
Have been looking forward to this
for the biggest crossover event since Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, Kong and Godzilla. I think all the fans are gonna win this because we'll get to see the battle we've all been waiting for.
And there's probably.
I guess in terms of power level, I'd probably go with Godzilla. He seems to have more stuff that he can do. Whereas, like, Kong is just, like, a giant monkey with an axe.
Monkey!
But
monkey!
Not a monkey! He's not a monkey, he's an ape. There's a difference.
But You're monkey! Right.
But that, yeah, I think, if I had to go by power, I'd say Godzilla. But I do think it's going to end in a team-up.
I think Godzilla's winning. I really do. I agree that it'll probably end in a team up, but if I had to pick one or the other, I'm going with Godzilla. Todd, why are you picking King Kong since you're the only one that chose Kong to win?
Alright, not only because monkey, but because he is able to use tools to his advantage. Like, he used a tree against the skull crushers.
Skull crawlers.
Yeah, whatever the heck they're called. Yeah, skull crawlers. That big mama one. He used a tree branch, not a branch, a whole tree. A whole tree. Just
this is true.
Thwacked it, and then also used an anchor, I think, or at least a chain, to choke it. He probably threw a rock at it at some point. But he's able to use tools to his advantage, just like how we humans are able to use our tools to our advantage.
He's like resourceful.
Yes, he's very resourceful. Also, he has the look at those big fangs, bro. You see those big fangs on that thing there on the box? Yeah, look at those fangs, bro. You got some biting. You got some biting going on. Big fists, just knock them out. You saw in the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer, he just punched the guy, straight up.
I still want to know how they both fit on that ship in the trailer.
Well, see, Todd, here's my counter argument for that, right? We've all seen Godzilla King of the Monsters, right? There's a reason they called him the King of the Monsters.
But he didn't fight King Kong.
He took out King Ghidorah the bad guy of the movie that was supposedly controlling all the kaiju, and he killed it, and so he's now the overall king. They all came to him at the end of the movie, except for Kong, because Kong was doing his own thing, because he's King Kong. So in this movie, when they do end up fighting against each other, Godzilla with the fire or whatever it is that he can project out of himself, and with his giant tail and the spikes on his back, and the fact that he can go in the water but Kong can't. So like if he needed to hide or do a surprise attack on Kong, Kong would never know where he's at. Whereas
Kong doesn't need to hide.
Kong doesn't need to go in the water because
Kong can climb trees probably if there's trees.
Godzilla could knock down the tree.
Did you notice though that he's not in the movies? He's not called King Kong yet.
Yeah, he's just called Kong.
Exactly, because he's not king of the monsters.
At this point, though,
like King Godzilla is.
That's the thing. Well, you were talking about how he has those cool spikes, right? Well,
yeah.
Kong's gonna be using one of those spikes as an axe. Boom.
So Kong has an axe.
Yeah, Kong has an axe, and he's gonna
Kong
win.
needs an outside weapon.
So yeah, exactly.
It's all about utilizing tools. It's not about brute force. You have to be smarter than the average bear.
Yes, but
lizard.
But Godzilla doesn't need to use any weapons because he is a weapon. Godzilla has
that could also be his downfall, though. That could be his own downfall.
Your overconfidence will be your downfall. And Kong going into this is overly confident that he's going to beat Godzilla because
I don't think he is.
Special axe.
He's like, who's Zilla God? He don't know.
See,
he just got captured or whatever.
Kong
the people need Kong to win. All right, Steven, your thoughts? Yeah, go ahead.
I think this movie is going to involve time travel, just like Avengers Endgame. So we're going to get the Kong from Skull Island goes back in time to get King Kong from the King Kong movie, while Godzilla travels through time to find another Godzilla to help him out. And then boom, we get 2 Godzillas and 2 Kong. Maybe that's where Mecha Godzilla comes.
See, now that's the thing. That's why I said I would agree that it would be a kind of a team-up movie, because Mecha Godzilla will probably end up being the main villain in this, and they'll have to team up to fight against Mecha Godzilla. But even in that case, Godzilla really doesn't need Kong's help to fight Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah.
But he does need people's help, though. See? I mean, like, Kong kind of needed people.
Well, I think
not really.
At the end of this, they're gonna kill off both Kong and Godzilla, and we're just gonna live in peace.
Todd, here's the thing, though, right? You said he needs the people's help to win. He doesn't. The people need him. They just don't realize it yet.
No.
Godzilla
was gonna die. Godzilla was gonna die if they didn't blow up a nuke in his face for radiation power.
He wouldn't have died. He would have just taken a long time to get strong enough again.
Well, too bad.
So they had to help him get back to that point.
What if Ghidorah knew where the frick he was?
Well, then I
guess
he would have been killed. But
see,
but that's
Ghidorah doesn't know where Kong is, does he?
Kong doesn't even know where Kong is.
Yes, he does.
What I'm curious about is how they're going to get Kong off of Skull Island. Is it
Did you not see the trailer?
Like King Kong? Like,
yeah, he's on a boat.
He's on a boat. Monkey on boat plus lizard equals fight.
Is it going to be like in the King Kong movie where they like tear gas?
Trank him.
And that's another thing. Who said that's actually Godzilla? That could be Mecha Godzilla that fights him on the boat. And that could be why the boat's able to hold both of them, because Mecha Godzilla isn't as big.
Wouldn't he be like
Godzilla.
more weighted because it's all metal?
No, Godzilla's gonna win. There is no way that King Kong is gonna beat Godzilla.
We need Kong to win so that Monkey understands human. Okay, you saw that chick, that little girl talking to Kong, and he understood her. So we can communicate.
Godzilla did too. Did you watch the same King of the Monsters movie that I did? Because Godzilla was never against the people. Godzilla was against the other kaiju, and especially King Ghidorah.
Yeah, that's true.
So he wasn't here as the villain. They made him the villain of the movie because they made it seem like he was attacking people. They attacked him, so in retaliation he fought back. But he understands
people. Are you talking about King of the Monsters or no?
Yes.
He didn't attack anybody.
Godzilla understands people, Todd. They need him more than he needs them. He's been around a lot longer than the people have. And the people don't realize how important Godzilla is going to be until this movie, when they either team up or they have to fight against each other.
You know what,
I mean, Kong and Godzilla, not.
You know what?
We need. And Godzilla.
I think the people are just going to use that oxygen bomb that they used in King of the Monsters and kill both of them off, and then woohoo, kill Mechagodzilla with freaking a bunch of bombs. You're good to go.
Yeah, it's just gonna end in them like nuking whatever city that's happening.
People are probably gonna win.
That's everybody's solution all the time. Just drop a nuke on the place.
But listen, dude.
We don't need to live here anymore.
But monkey.
He's not a monkey. He's an ape.
He's a monkey.
Monkey. Burn off Kong's like fur with his fire. I don't know why I want to see that.
What, burn off Kong's fur? They did that already, didn't they?
Because if he blows the fire.
They did that in Skull Island, practically.
Well, no, but Godzilla doing it though. He'd be like fried chicken by the end of this thing. Kong
that's like exactly what Ghidorah was.
Walking chicken at this. Kong would be naked by the end of the movie.
But I think that with the axe that Kong has, he'll be able to put up a good fight. And maybe have good enough fight to be able to withstand the attacks, but also hold off until Mechagodzilla gets there.
So he's gonna spray Godzilla with some axe. So he doesn't
he's gonna huck an axe at him, and keep hucking axes at him.
Here's the thing, though, right? I'm not saying that it's gonna be like a shutout where like Godzilla's just gonna come out and just Kong's just gonna die right away. This is gonna be a battle. Like, they are both powerful.
I mean, it could be like a battle of the 5 armies where Smaug was in it for 5 minutes. It could.
See, it could go either way. I just think going into this battle, that Godzilla has more of the advantage than Kong. Because by the time Kong goes and finds his axe or goes and knocks down a tree to use as a weapon, Godzilla's already shooting fire at him.
Let me put in a back statement
going back in the water or whatever.
Let me put in a back statement. Godzilla has been through a lot of fighting in the last 7 years.
That's because Kong hid on an island.
Kong has been revving up, getting ready, getting big, getting hench, getting some tools ready, hibernating. He's got a good night's rest. He's ready for the boxing match, man.
He got that nuke to the face, so now Godzilla's ready too. So,
right.
But
now, do you think it's gonna be that like the people bring Kong? I mean, I know he's on a ship, but they could just end up on a ship or something. But like, do you think the people are gonna bring Kong in, or is Kong just gonna be like, I need to go fight this Godzilla?
No, I think because if I'm remembering the trailer correctly, I think they mention in there that they need somebody to fight against Godzilla because they're still trying to hype up Godzilla as being the villain towards the people.
They need him to kill Godzilla.
So in their mind, they're gonna tell each other that they need King Kong, and I'm pretty sure at one point they say we need Kong, and then he says no, we need Godzilla.
Do you think they're gonna bring back that thing in King of the Monsters with those like vibrations that make the sounds? Do you think they'll bring that back to elicit like Godzilla or something, or elicit Kong to fight Godzilla?
They could. I mean, that's how Godzilla was able to really find where the rest of like King Ghidorah was, because the girl used the thing which called Godzilla, because he uses the sonic waves or whatever it was. So I mean, they could, if somebody that doesn't want Kong in the, to be here, could summon Godzilla to fight against Kong.
Now, was there at the end of at the end of the second Godzilla, was there still other monsters living?
Yes.
Still, it
Yes.
didn't take out everybody, right?
Yes.
Kong's gonna end up riding Godzilla like a horse, and they're just gonna run around and just take out all the other creatures.
No, Godzilla doesn't want that to happen though. He's the king of them.
Yeah, Godzilla is their king.
So I feel like it's gonna be an unfair battle. Seriously, I want Kong to win, but in a 1v1. I don't want a 6v1 going on here.
Fall off a cliff somewhere.
I don't think Godzilla is gonna use the other kaiju. I don't think he needs to.
Well,
he can fight them
like
one-on-one.
blockade. Like when Kong comes in, they're all just gonna fight Kong. Like one of them will see Kong, go after him. He'll take out that one, or whatever, until he gets.
I mean, you look at it, you know, from the perspective of Skull Island, right? You look at it that like it's always been a bunch of creatures against Kong, so Kong knows how to fight against a bunch of creatures. So Godzilla would have a bigger advantage if he would come in by himself. Obviously, he doesn't know that Kong, you know, fought against a bunch of other creatures.
Yeah.
But Godzilla working by himself would be more of an advantage to Godzilla than Godzilla working with the other kaiju. Because if he has other kaiju, Kong already has experience with big groups of monsters like he had with the skull crawlers. So Godzilla will need to fight him one-on-one, I think, in order to actually have an advantage against Kong.
I don't understand that method of thinking. I really don't. Because they're all really strong.
Yes,
they can all fight.
Yes, but I mean, you know, you look at Skull Island, right? And Kong had to fight against all the skull crawlers.
He fought against like two at a time, though.
Not just the big one.
Yeah.
Exactly. But that's my point, though. He has experience with fighting multiple things at one time, because he was technically fighting against the people too, in Skull Island, because they were, you know, firing
they were
him,
stupid.
so he had to fight them plus multiple skull crawlers. So he would have a bigger advantage fighting against multiple.
What were you saying, Steve?
Like by the end, he actually did protect the people. By the end.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I said. Neither one of these is really the villain of the movie, because they're really just here because people want them to be here together.
But if you look at it, like you said, they said they need Kong to fight Godzilla. That would mean technically Godzilla is like the villain or the antagonist of this.
But they don't need him. That's what I'm saying. People are making it seem like they need
whatever, but
Kong because they want Godzilla to be the bad guy.
They want them both to fight each other, so they'll both end up dead by the end.
Exactly.
And then the humans can live in
But they don't. But you could live in peace with them if you would just leave them alone. It's like anything, you know. If you
let them live in the water.
It's like even in the real world, you know. If you go out in the wild and you start messing with the bears or the wolves or whatever, you know, these things are gonna start attacking you. Or you go under the ocean and start attacking a shark, it's going to come after you, you know? That's in its nature. So when you put these things together, they're obviously going to attack, or they'll attack you if you come after them. That's what these things do.
Because they think they're, you know, the other's a threat. Like, oh,
exactly.
He killed me, but they're not going to go after the people. It's a distraction, but then they
exactly.
will.
And that's when Mecha Godzilla will come in, because he'll be the quote-unquote savior that they can control. So they'll send him in to fight both of them because it's something that they can actually control.
Yeah, that always
he'll be the actual.
Yeah, that definitely ends well. You know, being able to control something is definitely.
Try to control a villain or create some kind of villain or hero or something.
It works so well with Ultron in the MCU. So
yeah, that's
it'll work out great with Mecha Godzilla.
Never goes wrong there.
Yeah. Oh. Exactly.
So there you go, guys. That's our thoughts on the upcoming Godzilla vs. Kong movie. Let us know in the comments, who do you think is going to win the battle? What's going to happen by the end of the movie? Things like that. Thanks for watching this video, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.
Subscribe.